I'll tell you the fun things about the squirrels that I used to feed when I was in the UK. There's many parks there, and there's so many different types of animals in the parks, and then I often would go to feed them with my friend. And then one day there was this park, and there was this squirrel on a tree, and she was holding a piece of a chip in her mouth. On a tree, she was going up, maybe going home. And then I was there, I saw her, of course, because I was there just feeding squirrels. I had food, and then I did this thing that the internet taught me, to wave your hand up and down toward the squirrels, like making a wave with your hand and your arm, making a wave towards them. And they would literally be enchanted and then be intrigued and just be like I don't know the word, mesmerized, mazed or what. They just come at you. They just look as if they are like possessed or what. They just all stop and they look at you and they come to you. And then that particularly squirrel with the chip in her mouth, she saw me. And she was so amazed. In a way, she dropped her jaw and the chip fell off her mouth and she didn't even notice, and she came towards me. She was like mesmerized. And then I was just in front of the tree, and I held my hand with food in front of her. She somehow just mistook my fingers as food. She took a big bite on my finger. She thought that was food. Well, maybe they don't have a good eyesight. And oh my gosh, she bit a hole on my finger. But it was so funny that the squirrels, they're so strange. And I tried it with the squirrels in a different woods. They were the exact same. Whenever I started to do the waving hand with the squirrels, they just stop and look at me like possessed. Like they just stop and look and stared at me. But not all of them would come. But I gotta pet the squirrels this way. So still in this previous park, I gotta have squirrels to come right in front of me, and I had the seeds, and I put on the ground, and they would eat, and then I get to pet them. But when you reach your hand to pet them, they can get startled, and they would get startled when I reached my hand to try to pet them. They would kind of freeze and then kind of wanted to withdraw, wanted to run away. But then immediately I started to do the waving hand. They would just be mesmerized again. They would just stay there and continue to eat, and I just gotta pet them. Their little heads. I gotta pet 2-3 squirrels this way. I love them. They're so funny, but they were really kind of annoying as well, because sometimes you think they're gonna come, but they just wouldn't come. I just had to keep doing that waving hand like for 10 minutes. They give you a feeling that they're gonna come, and then like they get mesmerized, right? For like 1 minute, and they're moving towards you, and all of a sudden they snapped back into reality. They ran away from you. They'd run away from me a little, and then I started to move my hand like that again, and they would just turn back and come to me again, and then back and forth and back and forth. It could be like 10-20 minutes, just no progress. Oh my god, I love those parks. They were so amazing. There were so many swans, and they were all free. Like, literally free. They were the swans. There were like, I don't know, dozens of them. I don't know, in total, probably 100 more. But once I got to feed like 20 of them with my friend, in a canal. And then the swans there, and I would bring that thing, cereal, like natural cereal, with me, and then they would eat. And then that day, man, 15 swans, and they were just eating in front of me. And they wouldn't let you touch them, of course, but when they were eating, like, so many of them crowded together with necks tangling. I gotta pet them, not only pet them, but I could like grab their neck, they wouldn't even notice. It was so funny. When they eat, they make this piggy sound, like like that. Exactly. And they are like, they gotta drink. Like, eating for them is like us taking medicine with pills, with water. They gotta drink water whenever they have food in their mouth. They must drink water, otherwise they can't swallow. I guess because they got the long pipe. I can imagine what it's like to have a neck like that. And then the other time, we walked again in a different park. I don't know if it was a park or just nature or what. It was an amazing place. And the UK, so much nature. And there was this little swine nest that was protected by some plastic bands, like the I don't know, the people there, the maybe animal organization institute, protect wild animal institute there, like set protection around that nest of swan, because I could see there were eggs in them, or there were small swans in them. I don't know. I wanted to go closer to have a look. A big swan was sitting on the nest, and as soon as he saw me, I just think it was a male. He stood up and with his wings open towards me aggressively. I think he was really tall, almost more. I don't remember clearly, but he was like over half of my height. It was a big adult swan. People would be scared. I'm never scared of them animals. Anyway, I backed off just to calm him down, and he just not charging at me, but just literally walking like a boss towards me with his head tilted down and eyes forward, looking at me like that to like scare me off. And yeah, I backed off, and then he backed off as well. He went back to nest the eggs. There were so many swans there, and so many ducks as well, and the geese, and even seagulls. Where I lived, there were no sea, but there were like these seagulls that was there. The seagulls, they were so funny. Once we met them like on the grassland, on a giant meadow. Oh my god! Now I want to talk about it. It was such a gorgeous place where I live. That city. I don't know. I think every city was like that. Maybe not the biggest cities, but where I was, it wasn't a small city either. But there was so much nature around it, and so many parks. Just so much nature. So much nature. and it was so beautiful. And oh my god, there was this park there, just giant metal. Man, I know when I talk about it, Jesus, I wasn't as interested in nature as I am today. Now when I think back about that, oh my god, that was just 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. No. Yeah, right before I came to where I am today, I was there. That was less than 2 years ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago. Jeez, time passes. And then on that giant meadow, we saw those seagulls, and we started to feed them. And you know about the seagulls, they're just so so weird. They started to fly, like they took off. They were on the grass, they were on the land, and when as soon as we started to feed them, they started to fly. Like there were 10, maybe 20, 15 of them. They started to fly, circling us, like circling us in a big circle, flying, just circling us. Just like, I am so familiar with that because when I was a kid, I used to feed the seagulls in a park in my hometown. There was a giant lake, and then seagulls would go there every winter or summer. I think it was winter. Yeah, it was winter because where I lived was in the south. So in the winter, they would come down to spend the winter, and they were there. And then what they would do, they would just fly in big circles surrounding the lake, the giant lake, and people would just at the lake, just feeding them as they were just flowing by like that. Anybody that has ever fed seagulls, they would just fly around in circles. And so these seagulls, there was no lake, no water, but they're just two of us. And then the seagulls just started surrounding us in big circles. They were just so interesting. Oh, I forgot to tell you, in that park there were deer. Oh my god, deer is another weird word. You don't add an s at the end in this plural form, but I don't like it. I think you should add s. Why not? Like sheep as well, you should add s. It just makes no sense. I think modern English should change that because it just doesn't make any sense to English learners and speakers. Doesn't make any sense. You should add s. So the deers there, of course they wouldn't like deers. They are just so. I mean, they were huge. I don't remember actually why. Whenever I think about those animals, why I just think they're so big. Were they big? I don't remember. Now in my memory, I just remember them to be all big, including the swans. Like maybe because I was squatting when I was feeding the swans, so they were swimming and they were taller than me, squatting down. So whenever I saw them, I was on the floor, so I was on the ground. So maybe they looked big. So in my memory now, when I look back, they looked big. And the deers, I just remember they were giant and they had those horns. Big horns. I didn't dare to really approach them directly, but yeah, I tried to bribe them like with some grass, but of course they were really sensitive and extremely cautious, so I never got to pet them. I never got to approach them. Whenever I got too close, they just run off. And oh my god, can you believe it? Oh my god, now when I talk about it, I can't believe that kind of place I had been. There were deers in the park. And they were all running freely, completely freely. That was a huge park as well. It's a huge park. Oh my god, what a fantastic place. Holy shit, now my whole being just, oh my god. I just so deeply resonate with nature today. Oh my god, I want to go back. I want to live in a place where there's nature. And I don't know if I have to live by the sea. I actually prefer the sea more than the mountains, but I'm someone that grew up far away from the sea. Before I was 20, I never saw the sea ever before. Never. But somehow, I just got so intrigued by the sea. My favorite color isn't green, but blue-green. It has to have some blue in it. I can't explain. But I know everything's spiritual, right? So it's gotta have a reason. And yeah, I don't know if I could live far away from the sea. I want to live like maybe not right next to the sea like I am right now, but just not far from it. And then lots of nature, just like in the UK. What's bad about that country is that what I don't like about it, it just doesn't feel safe. Like their medical system. Even if I'm someone that never got sick, but it was just so messed up. Just like the U.S., you know, it was so messed up. Like, let me give you an example. It's like you get free dental care, medical care, you know, there in the country. If you live there, you have right for free stuff, medical stuff, you know, free. They offer free medical care for people there, but it was awful. Because I read online that people, like, it was so lined up, like if you want to, what's the word? You want to have an appointment. Oh my god, the appointment's so lined up that you can only get like maybe years later. Like if you have a dental problem now, you want to get an appointment for free medical care. I mean, you gotta wait for 2 years, and that was just so awful. And the medical care was awful as well. Like I remember seeing people talking about how the dentists, they when they do teeth fillings, they don't do it properly. Like they're meant to clean your teeth before doing the filling. Otherwise, the bacteria would be covered up by the filling, and the bacteria would just continue to drill holes in your teeth, right? So the filling would like do nothing. So they gotta, you know, I have done teeth fillings a lot because I'm someone that gets holes in my teeth. I used to get lots of holes in my teeth. I had done many times. I know how it should be done, and they wouldn't do it properly. For fuck's sake, I wouldn't. That's the thing I don't like to live. I don't like about the country. Another thing is like the housing there is just also not good. Like just not good and expensive. Like low housing quality and expensive rent. And just these two things. I love everything else about it. Another thing is it was so dirty in the city. Garbage and spits everywhere. Like it was not like a proper city. Before going to the UK, I expected to be like I learned about it like maybe from movies or from whatever stereotype. I thought that was a place that would be filled with like gentlemen, you know, really polite people, extremely clean countries. Maybe like Germany, because that's what I heard about Germany, extremely disciplined or supposed to be clean country. Serious. But then when I went there, I was literally just shocked. It was garbage everywhere, and people would spit. Oh my god! I thought only people in my country would spit in public places. That's what I have been thinking all the time because I have been to Italy, and nobody spat there. And in my country, was spitting all the time, everywhere. And I was just, I thought, okay, now I can go to now I could go to the UK and I would get rid of spitting forever for good. But then who knew? In the UK they were just spitting as much. Oh my god. You just walk every 10 meters you would see spit. And I hated that. It was just that, yes. Yeah, that's it. But the nature was crazy. I guess then I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't go to like what would be an ideal place for me would be somewhere like Switzerland or Sweden. But then I think, I don't know, like, yeah. But I don't feel right now anywhere on the earth like resonates with me. Like, I don't feel caught. Like, intellectually, obviously, on the intellectual level, of course, countries like, I was gonna say strawberry, but it's Switzerland or Sweden. I can't tell these two apart. They should be good. I've heard that they got fantastic nature views. But again, I want to live where there are people. I don't know if I mentioned it in any previous videos. I just can't live away from people. I can't live just in nature. I don't like that. I don't want that. It's so lonely and so disconnected, so isolated. I want to live among people, just like in the UK where there were just people and nature within reach. Literally, you just go out a little bit off the city center, you get to see lots of nature, and a place free from littering and spitting, please. I guess maybe I just feel a little caught back to Italy again. But what I don't like about Italy, I don't like first the language. Well, I studied Italian in the university, so I'm not supposed to not like it, but I really don't like it. The language, it just, I don't know, I just don't like Italian. It sounds just embarrassing because it sounds so much like some dialects in my country. The tone of it, the melody of it sounds exactly like the tone of some dialects in my country. So I find it so embarrassing to speak Italian. And yeah, I can speak Italian, but I haven't spoken it for like 2-3 years, so 3 and more years. So I can read simple sentences, and I can speak, but very extremely slowly. Because I haven't used it, haven't read it, I didn't really like it, so I didn't put my heart into it when I was studying it. And what else? Yeah, I really feel like, I don't really know, I'm not sure, but I would like to visit Rome again. I would like to visit all the places I have visited in Italy with my loved ones, if I were ever gonna live long enough to meet them, if I'm supposed to. Like, I have this feeling that I might have a really short life that is about to end, but I'm not sure of this. It's just that I can't in any way have zero clue of how my life could be like extended from this point of my life, because I have zero clue. Let me give you an analogy or metaphor to help you understand what I feel about my life. It's like I'm in a place where it's like it's a place that is completely, it's like my life now feels like everywhere I look it's a cliff. Like I can't see further, as if it's supposed to just stop here. I don't know if it's an intellectual understanding or just an intuitive feeling. Maybe a mixture of both. I can't picture what my future would be like in any way at all. Like, I have absolutely zero clue. I guess that's both exciting and it's just exciting. And death would be very exciting as well, because I wouldn't, I've seen so many near-death experience interviews. And I picture my death experience would be like, some people would be there, my spiritual guides would be there, the angels would be there, and then there would be animals, and then I would get to ask all the questions that I've been having here on earth that don't get answered. Anyway, I just can't picture my future here in my life, so maybe it's about to end. I have zero idea, really. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm excited to see what's gonna come up next, because my life has been pretty unconventional, you'd say. Well, at least comparing to people in my country. I have an extremely unconventional life, and I'm an extremely unconventional person. I can't imagine what my life would be like here. So yeah, if I were to live longer and if I were to meet the people that I've been searching for all my life, like the people that I'm meant to be with, like my soul family or soulmates, however you call it, not necessarily romantic, just profound friends that just resonate with me, just like soul family. If I were to meet them and then we get together, I would like to go to Italy with them, and then because I love sunny days, the sun, and the nature there are also very beautiful. I didn't get to see much of nature while I lived there. Actually, the nature there felt different than the nature in the UK. I don't know how to describe it, but yes, as if the colors of trees in the UK were lighter, brighter than those in Italy. And then, I want to tell you about this trip. I want to tell you everything. When I was in Italy, the first few months when I was there, I tried to travel as much as possible, even though I was supposed to be studying there, but I skipped a lot of classes just to travel. Well, just to mention, I have been an extremely good student throughout my life, ever since I was in a preschool, before elementary school. From elementary school all the way till the end of my high school, I was an excellent student, effortlessly, by grace, I guess, by luck or whatever. And so it was not something usual that I would do all the time. I never skipped classes when I was before finishing high school. And I wouldn't skip any classes if I liked what I studied, but I didn't. And so, like I said, I didn't like Italian. So when I was in Italy, I just tried to travel, and once I decided to I want to tell you everything. Where do I start? The first places that I visited was, let me just tell you this specific place. Once I decided to travel to Lake Como, and this was in the north. That was in the north, even northern than, more up in the north than Milan, and that lake was very famous. I went there. It was winter, so there was nothing to see dreadful. So, I'm an extremely spontaneous person. So, I just felt like, okay, I just looked at the map, on Google Map, and then I decided to travel. I would just look at the map, and I saw that there was train going even more north, and just a little bit more north, it would be Switzerland or Sweden. I don't remember which country that was, but something like Switzerland or Sweden or some other country. I was intrigued. So I said, what if I just take this train more north? So I had no idea where I was going. Maybe, okay, I think I checked on the map, and there was this place that's located like, I don't know how to describe it to you. So this place I saw on the map, on Google Map, it was like triangle shaped. It had an angle, and the angle located in the middle of the water, right? It was facing the water. So it's called Lecco, I think. I think so, something like that. Anyway, if you just can turn on the map and you locate Lake Como, and then you would be able to see that place called Lecco. You just go a little bit more north in Italy, and I just decided to take the train up there to see what it's like there. And I think I just booked an Airbnb. I always just book Airbnb. Was it called Airbnb? And yeah, I went there. And that Airbnb was also very interesting. It was located in the mountain and up in the hill. So that person, the host, had to like come. I don't remember what happened, to be fair. It was a long time ago. Anyway, he showed me, like, I don't know how I got there. I think maybe he came to pick me up or what. I don't remember. But anyway, it was a little room in his place. And I always read reviews before I book a place. So yeah, I read good reviews. I booked there, and then that person maybe picked me up, or maybe not. I don't remember. Anyway, we got there, and it was located on a little hill. Basically, we had to go all the way around the hill, up and forth. That path, that road, all the way like in a zip zap fashion. That path was, because it was up in the hill. And I got there, and yeah, it was just an ordinary night. I just think it was just for one night. And then before I went to bed, he told me the way to get down. Because again, it was just a very complicated road, not straight down. So I could easily get lost. He just told me blah, 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 blah. I forgot. But then I think I remember the next day he actually walked me down. Was a very nice person. And yeah, oh my god, that place, that my destination was extremely beautiful. I still have the pictures. Jesus. Like, you literally can take any picture at any time with zero filter, and it would make a magazine cover. It was just how beautiful it is. And you could see I think I was looking at the Alps, the snowy mountaintop in the distance. And then there was a big, like, I wouldn't say deep blue, but yeah, deep and light blue. I don't know how that shade of blue. I think it wasn't so deep. It was kind of really blue, really, really blue, like high saturation blue, not dull, lively blue. It was cold there as well, very cold, and the sky was so sunny, and the color of the sky just completely matched with the hue of the blue of the giant lake. I don't remember it was a lake or ocean anymore. I think it was just a lake, right? Yes, it was just a lake. If it was the ocean, I would know. It was just like maybe an extension of the Lake Como. Anyway, oh my god, it was so beautiful, and I was alone. And oh my god, I went to the places there. I just totally I don't know how I just walked. Maybe I looked at the map, I think, and I just walked according to the map to the places I saw on the map, and I came across so many beautiful places, so many beautiful corners, and I don't even remember what it was. Was it a park, or was it just a place? It was just so extremely beautiful. I still remember it was dreamlike. Literally, you can film a movie there, and it was, around the lake there were mountains and hills, and it was sunny, and it was cold, not so cold, and I just kept walking in it, and there was this view there in the woods. You could look at this big mountain hill, and at the foot of the hill there was maybe a villa or just some very beautiful houses. And then in front of this giant lake, and then everything surrounded by green mountains. And that spot where I was standing was surrounded by trees. And that view was just so dreamy. I can never forget. It was so beautiful. And then I took this bus, oh my god, that was fantastic. On the bus, inside the bus, I think was a little bit dark because it was early in the morning. Not so early, but in the bus it was kind of dark. And outside the bus, the window was literally like a movie frames, because I could just see the mountains, extremely blue, vibrantly blue mountains in the sky, and was just like crystal clear and extremely beautiful. And oh my god, I took so many pictures. I'm gonna show you, otherwise you don't know what I'm talking about. Because they are very, 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 very old pictures, right? So I had to go all the way to the bottom of my album and upwards to find these pictures. And every time I do this, I just would get emotional, because there are very, very old pictures before these pictures. that I took when I was still in university, when I was really depressed. Like, was diagnosed with depression. I was moderately depressed, and so the pictures I took then, I look at it and I just feel so much, I guess maybe compassion. I just feel, oh my god, I kind of want to, I just feel so sad that this person, I no longer feel I am that person anymore, but I'm just so, I just feel really sad when I look at those pictures I took, and I could just imagine how I felt back then in depression. I was in university. That's why I skipped classes. That's why I didn't like what I studied, because I was depressed. And the reason was because I didn't have connections. Because everyone around me, they were so different from me, or they were just very normal people that just encouraged heart following, right? I was this person, I just felt so lost, and I was so disconnected. I couldn't find anyone that resonated with me, that I would resonate with. And I would be looking for people online every single day, using different social connecting, apps, platforms. I try to look and talk to strangers many a day. I just could never find anyone. And the people that I found, they would just disappoint me. And I just feel, oh my god, I'm just so sad about what I went through, and how I felt back then, how this person felt back then, because I just don't feel like I'm that person anymore. I even look different today. I think it's the haircut or what, I just look different. Would I still look exactly the same if I had the same haircut again? Which I would never have, because that haircut didn't fit me at all. And I remember exactly what I felt and the things I did. And I saw the little drawings that I made, and the things I did, and all the memories, and the loneliness. Well, universe, please help me. I want to heal the whole of me. I don't know how, is there a way for me to go back and heal this person that was still in there? Or some way to help me integrate all parts of me, and I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought there was a cockroach, which is me, my paranoia. I still can't make sense why I had to go through what I had to go through. If there was a way for me to make perfect sense of all that, please help me, universe. I was so lonely, and I don't know why they had to be. And for so long, I don't know why I had to be for so long, and so alone. Why did I have to be? I guess I get into spirituality. It's just to try to answer these questions. But anyway, this is the place. It's called Lecco, and other places around it. I don't remember any more of the names. I just remember the specific name. That's Lecco. Maybe it's Lecco. I think so. Actually, we can look at the map together right now. So I searched for Lecco to see if it's the place, but maybe it's not. So where am I? Oh yeah, it is. I saw Como, Lake Como, and where did I go? Lecco is all the way here. Did I go here? Did I go here? Jesus. Anyway, I was here, and then I went, where? I think I went here, maybe. I don't remember. What did I see? What I realized was this is the very north border of Italy, and then I wanted to take the train even more north. So I don't remember any of these places. Maybe it was Leno or here. Jesus, I don't remember anymore. But I couldn't. I'm still in Italy now. Lecco. Let me have a look. Well, I didn't go to the city. Oh my god, it was so much nostalgia. I mean, it actually looks familiar, but it can't be. I didn't go to the city. I was all the way in. Did I go here? I think I was here too. Bellagio. No streets. I went to this. I think it's this place here, where there was an extremely fascinatingly beautiful church. Jesus, I'm not religious at all, but the churches in Italy were just so beautiful. And what's about Italy? Italy is a place where every city has its own church, and every church has its own unique style. And every city also had a kind of its own style. Like, it's never repetitive. Not like in my country. Everything is just repetitive. Everything is just almost exactly the same. Buildings the same. In Italy, it was just so different. Let me show you this church. I was just literally flabbergasted when I was there. Oh my god, it was so beautiful. I've been to so many churches, and that one is the most beautiful one that I still remember today. And the only one that I took pictures. I don't know, maybe I wasn't somebody that liked taking pictures, because what's the point, right? Today I'm different. Today I take as many pictures. Whenever I see something beautiful, I just take a picture. Not to post on the internet, but just to keep in my phone, so that I would be able to maybe share it with someone, or just to remember this. I never posted any of the pictures on. I don't even have a social media. I don't use Facebook. I don't use Instagram. I don't use anything. And I think these pictures are private, so I keep them to myself. But I'm showing them to you. Oh god, this is the picture. This is the church. Look how magnificent. And I had a great phone back then, so it took fantastic pictures. Absolutely fantastic. These pictures are so... Oh my god, you can even zoom in. Look how amazing that is. I was there, I was literally speechless. I was so shocked. It was just one picture. This is just one picture. I didn't take many because I was just immersed in there. I think this is the place, it's called Bellagio or Bellano. Basically one of these two. Let's see if we can actually find... Are there street views here? Bellano. It was a little place with hills, and it was very tranquil, that place. Didn't have many people. You could feel that was a place with very few residents. Very small place. I don't want to live in places like that, because I love living among people. It just feels like it's in my soul. I want to live in a place where it's not isolated in any way. It's totally connected. Actually, would I be able to find that church on a map? It doesn't show. It should show on the map. I think it should be a very famous place, right? I don't even know. Bellano or Bellagio? Where is it? Ah, it disappeared. Lecco. Was I here? Really? Was I here? I was never among the buildings. I was right there, out there in the sea, facing this lake here. This is a lake. It's not a sea. I had no idea where I went. Did I go here? No. If I have a dream, it would be to revisit all the places that I've ever been in Italy with my loved ones. When I was there, this was what I was thinking about all the time. Jesus, where did I go? Why does it look different from what I thought now? Oh God. Help me, universe, where was this place? In my album, it doesn't show the location either. Anyway, this is that place. I think it is just Lecco. And, like the mountains, maybe the Alps. I don't remember. Yeah, this mountain was the Alps, I think. And look at how beautiful, absolutely fantastic. The sky there is so blue. Jesus. And these are just random pictures I took with zero filters. I guess, which is the phone that was so good. Literally, you don't need filters with that phone. Look, I remember this place. Oh my God. And I wasn't as intrigued by nature as I am today. But now when I look at the pictures, Jesus Christ, literally. Oh my God. It's just so intriguing. I don't remember the things I did. Look at this one. Oh my God. I think this one I took on a bus. How fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It was like a dream. It's like a dream. I can't believe I have been there before. And I remember this angel. The reason why I can't believe I've been there because I was a different person. As if I was a different person. As if that was a different person. That's just how I feel. Do you feel the same? Like you're just not the person at all. Even if you have these memories. But you're like a totally different person. But I don't like to say that because I don't want that person to feel disconnected from me. Because they were already disconnected from everyone. I have just so much compassion. I want to find a way to be able to help her. I think this is the video that I was telling you about. Was it? It's totally different from what I just told you about. It's different. Maybe I remembered it wrong. Maybe I just beautified it. Did I just beautify it? It's less than what I was describing to you, but this seems to be the place that I was trying to tell you. But maybe because this photo didn't take the trees around me. Yeah, there were trees surrounding me. So had I put the trees in the frame, the picture would look totally different. It would be surrounded by trees, and it was just mesmerizing. And the same place, I don't remember what I did there. What happened there? I don't remember. Yeah, what I remember is I took the boat, the ship, or is it a ship or a boat, this thing. And I was sitting outside looking at the water. And literally was the first time in my life ever taking a boat. Was it? Yeah, it was here, and I was going from this bank to the other one across the lake. Like, if I could show you on the map. I'm trying to find the church that I have been. I don't remember the name at all, and there's so many here. I don't know even if this is that place. That day I was there, it was totally different from the street view. I don't know if it's actually this place. But that place that day felt really profound because it was still early spring, winter, kind of cold, and not many people. And you could say the sky was extremely blue. That sort of maybe darkened the place. I think it wasn't sunny actually. It was gloomy. It wasn't blue sky. And was it actually that place or this one here? But I looked at the church here, it's just different. The view outside. Look at this picture I took. think this was the church, but I'm not sure. You know, back then I would only take pictures when it was absolutely necessary. So, like, it was absolutely stunning to pieces. Then I would take a picture. Like this church, I took only one picture of this church. Oh God, look at it in high definition picture, which is I love that phone. I mean, I still have this phone with me, but it's just too old. Like the battery burns too quickly now. Don't use it anymore. But I should use that phone to take pictures. That was a good phone for pictures. It is a good phone. I'm not using it anymore. And I've transferred all the pictures to this phone. Incredible. I think I remember there was a place started with the letter R. Maybe it was this place. Maybe it was somewhere else. But literally a place like with the triangle shape facing the water. And then I was at one side of the bank. So it was an extremely wide water, right? But you could see the bank of the other side. I don't know if it's still called bank here. But such an enormous, it's not just a river, it's actually a lake because it was just really wide. And you just take the ship from one side to the other. And I took the ship because I wanted to know what was here. I'm not sure it was there or it was here or somewhere else. But yeah, I think it was just a place that started with the letter R. Was it here? Actually, was it here that I went? No idea. It looks so completely different from the pictures I took, right? Just crazy. I'm so grateful for this. Oh, I actually would. On my other phone, that old phone, it has all the locations of the pictures I took. So I'm gonna charge that phone tomorrow and find out exactly what places these were. I don't remember being here either. I feel such a profound feeling within me. I am so called by something, by these memories. I don't remember seeing cars. Look at the pictures I showed you. They had no cars, no buildings, just beautiful blue of nature and the Alps. Oh, where is the Alps? Yeah, it was Switzerland bordering Italy. Well, what was the mountain that I saw? Where are the Alps here? Where are the Alps? Right here. Yeah, it definitely was the mountains that I saw. It's so huge. Look, this whole area is the Alps. But like Lecco is so far away from Como. I couldn't have just gone from here to here because there's no reason to go here. What I wanted was to go up north. Lecco is not on the north. Maybe, oh, I think I went up and I went down that way maybe. I don't know. Oh, this whole place is the Como, so maybe I wasn't here. I don't remember. But I don't. What about this place? I am so caught. by these memories. I am so caught. I feel this profound feeling in me. I don't know what it is about. I guess I want to go back there with someone else, with someone. I was all alone when I was in Italy, when I was doing the traveling. Well, later I met people, but weren't like true friends. Like, you know, I have a very narrow definition of friendship. Friends, they have to be, friendship for me is something that will last for the rest of your life. If you have a friend and you're not sure that this friend is someone you would love to have for the rest of your life, then you're not absolutely sure, then it is not friends for me. It's someone that will vibrate with you at a profound level, deeply. And I know that most people, I don't know actually most people, I just know I've never had someone like this. I think many people have friends like that. Anyway, let me just, was it Belano or Bellagio? I don't remember that. Let's see, Belano? Yeah. What happened was I was looking at a map, and I was looking at those little camera icons, because the camera icons means it's a sightseeing, right? I would just go there. Yeah, did I come here? I would just literally go there, like click exactly like what I'm doing right now. Click on the little camera icons and to see if I want to go there. And that's exactly what I did. No, I wasn't here. It looked totally different from the pictures I took, right? How could Google take so not good pictures? Was it really just my phone? No, I was looking at it with my bare eyes. It was just that beautiful. And this is the last picture I took about this place. There's so many memories I want to share with you. I don't know which to start with. Like, I had bunnies when I was in Italy, and I had the guinea pig as well. This was the very first day they met. And they were so harmonious together. They were so cute together. It was so exciting that day. They got along immediately. Look at these two. Oh, they're so cute. And then right after that, they started to fight. I had to separate them. Jesus. They started to fight. I think they started to fight. I was watching them because the bunny was grooming the guinea pig. And then I maybe accidentally bit the guinea pig's ear or what. The guinea pig was snapped, like all of a sudden turned around and looking at the bunny and started to get mad and started to like show maybe aggression. And then of course the bunny, like 4 times bigger than the guinea pig, just maybe fought back or what, just started to chase the guinea pig around. I had to stop them, really. They were so cute together. This is just the very first day, and after that, they never got along. I had to get another guinea pig because they can't be alone. I had to get another one, and then anyway, soon after I got them, I gave them away to people that could better take care of them. Because I was depressed, I was down, it's good, like, they both found fantastic owners. That's what I know. Oh, those little, they're so ungrateful. They knew that I was the one that was feeding them all day, and they were just so, like, they would take food from me, but they wouldn't let me approach them. I was mad. I'm not a very patient person, and I just feel like obviously they were just really slutty, right? Like, I was feeding them, and then they were just like that to me. They were so mean to me, especially the guinea pigs. Oh God, the bunny was okay. I didn't like the bunny either, because she was so mean. Like, she would only come to me when I had food. Jesus. I guess I wasn't so friendly to her either. Like, because I was impatient. Maybe because I only had a dog, I expected all the other animals to be like dogs. Dogs are absolutely understanding, and they would connect with you. They loved you. But not the other animals I had. They didn't love me. So I missed having dogs. Look at the look at I don't know, it's a male or female, I don't remember. Maybe it's a female. Look at her little face. They're so silly and they just so I bet they're still around. That was just 3. Oh man, that was 6 years ago already. I look at that was 6 years ago. Jesus. Oh my God. I mean, they should still be around because they can live for 6, 7, 8, 10 years. I don't know. They should still be around. Just old. They're kind of old now. I would say they had like a similar personalities. Both kind of mean. And then I went to Venus as well. Venus was extremely extraordinary. I would say extraordinary. And when I went there, yeah, I joined, the parade, what's it called? The parade? The carnival in Venice where it was the mask festival, right? They have the masks there. I joined that, but not many people wore a mask. There were so many visitors that night, like a river of people, so blocked there, everything. I don't know if there's much to talk about Venus. I mean, it was just beautiful. You gotta see this. You gotta see that place. Yeah. Again, I went there alone. I went all the places alone. I've only traveled alone in my life. I traveled twice in my life. It was all alone. Once was in Italy, once was here, where I live, here. When I was in the UK, I didn't travel because I gotta study, and well, like I said, I went to so many parks. It was satisfying enough. I didn't care about going to other places. I was focused on other things. The nature there was really enough. So many parks. There were like 10. Can you believe? Around that little city, there were like 10 nature reserves. Like I've been to 10 of them. I don't remember. I didn't count. But it was so quiet in Venus at night. Absolutely silent. Nobody there. Like no residents there. You wouldn't see life there. You wouldn't see living there. They were just tourists. And all of these houses just kind of close, and this place didn't allow me to take a picture. I met a stranger there online, and then he showed me around. He was a nice person, but kept this distance. Anyway, we met just that night, and then he left. We never met again. This place. Oh God, my dream is to go back to Italy with someone, with my loved ones. Oh my God, I actually can feel it. Yeah. Wow. Revisit all the places I have been. I was depressed still. But while I was traveling, I was sort of distracted, so I was still kind of lonely. But again, distracted, enchanted by these beauties. I don't remember. Oh, I remember this. In Venice, it was just so bizarre because there's so many beautiful spots in Venice. I was just like dreamlike, like in the movies, but absolutely nobody there. And it was even during the festival. season, and there was no one at the spot, for example, like on the square also at night. 0 people, just me and that person I was leading away. It was just so bizarre. Just so, like, it's a city that's just for tourists. I guess it's kind of soulless, you could say. Kind of empty, but also beautiful, extremely beautiful. We were inside of this store, and then I took the picture, and then the staff told me off. Asked me to not take the pictures. Well, this guy that showed me around, he was the resident there. He was born and raised there. But literally this place, it just felt like nobody lived there. So I didn't know where he lived. Well, he told me I could take pictures, and then he apologized. He said, I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. He was a very polite person. He just kept distance. He was kind of, he gave off a kind of strange vibe. I don't know. He was just different from other people I've met. He was very polite, and he was very nice. I wouldn't say very nice. He was nice. He was, yeah, he showed me around, but I just felt there was a distance, like he was keeping. That was just kind of, that gave off this weird vibe. Anyway, we never met again, so I don't know exactly what this person was like. I guess someone completely different from me. Yeah, I remember going there. There were people here, but look, in my pictures, I would not put people in there. If there were people, I would avoid them in my camera. So there were people here. I remember walking towards us, and then the little air. How do you call this kind of? It's not a street. It's just a pathway between buildings, and there are many of them in Italy because, well, they love this kind of structure in the cities. Just narrow pathways between buildings that are just very cozy and warmly lit. This is not warm light, but all the other little paths like this were warmly lit, and it was just fantastic, absolutely amazing. Yeah, this place I can't recognize, but I think I remember. Look, all the windows are dark. Nobody lived there. Look at this building here. All the windows dark. I remember here, this was the day, I think was tonight would be the festival. You just gotta Google it, that festival, that biggest yearly festival, the carnival in Venice. And then I remember walking down the street, and I went to buy a mask. I don't have it anymore. It wasn't pretty. I didn't like it. Well, I'm someone that's just, like, the things I buy, I just get tired of it. No matter however beautiful they are, however attracted I am to it, is the things I can buy. Whatever thing it is, however expensive or however cheap, however beautiful, within 2 weeks or a week, literally, I just get completely bored of it. So I don't buy things. I don't even buy clothes. I don't buy clothes at all. For the past 2 years, I didn't buy any clothing. That was not out of necessity. So every day I wear the exact same clothes. This was the last day I was there. I still remember when I took this picture. I think after this I was gonna take the train and leave. There's a cat here. Here's a square. I guess the main square in Venice. Yeah, and I fed the pigeons. Did I feed them? I don't remember. And all around this square was restaurants. It's like in Italy. typical Italy. Around the square, there are just shops and restaurants. This is Bologna. I was living in a city next to Bologna, so it was close to me, and I really liked the city. It was extremely beautiful as well with these warm colors. Look, oh my god, that phone was fantastic in taking pictures. I added absolutely zero filter when I took the picture. I didn't edit this picture at all. I just naturally took, and it was like that. And that day was really beautiful clouds. I took the picture. When I first arrived at Bologna for the first time, I was on a bus, and it was so, again, enchanting that day. They had many buildings painted in warm orange, dark orange color like this, and reflecting the sunny sunlight, I was like in a movie. And again, I was alone. I think I took this at a bus stop while waiting for the bus. This is Florence. This was Florence, and Florence was beautiful just as well. All the cities in Italy, absolutely beautiful. Each one has their own uniqueness, and each one had a church. And oh god, what a fantastic place it is. And Italy, this country, is so different from its people. Like, it's an elegant, enchanting country, but the people there are so, yeah, like the language is like very loud and fast-paced, just not elegant, I would say. Like, I know Italian people are very proud of their language, like I guess every country is. I don't like it. I think the people's vibe is totally cut off from what the country gave me. The country is just so peaceful, so tranquil, and elegantly beautiful, and literally perfect, quiet. Would like a person that is introverted and self-reflective and profound and has a rich inner world. But Italian people gave off this feeling that was the total opposite of that. Like in Italy, you are literally required to greet your neighbors, like even if you don't know them. Like you meet people. Like I live in an apartment, and then if I saw neighbors, literally you're required to greet them, otherwise you'd be considered rude. So I had just had they were just that extroverted, and that was just kind of out of my comfort zone. I didn't resonate with that, but the UK really resonated with me very well. People there just more introverted, about my level. You're definitely not required to talk to people at all, and people there also extremely respectful. Like they had boundaries. Like in Italy, I just felt like my boundary really intruded by people there that I lived with, that I met, like just people that I had dealt with. But in the UK, people that I dealt with, they were extremely respectful. They just really, really, they keep your boundary clear like introverted people do. But Italian people are much more extroverted. So I don't resonate with that, nor the language itself. They're very expressive, and just this overall feeling. Well, individuals are very different. I met introverted Italians as well. Yeah. I met quite some people, but for very short periods of time, so I guess I didn't get to know them deeply. Yeah, but the individuals are totally different from what this whole vibe gave me, I guess. The people there, that work there, they also give you this feeling. Like, for example, the delivery guy, he was just almost a racist. I don't know, he just judged my look, and, was kind of crossing boundaries, and I met quite some racists there. And this just gives you this feeling that that country is just really too extroverted a little, comparing to what the country really was. I don't know if you're watching the video from Italy. This is not an insult. Please don't take it personally. It's just my personal feeling, my own feeling. I know Italian people, they really just are so too proud. They're really that word, you know what I mean. National, that word. I don't like that. Like, first of all, I don't like how this world is divided into countries. Like, there are boundaries and this and that, which is not meant to be. They're all man-made boundaries, and the whole world should be a family. Nobody should just be so defensive around their country that you can't even talk bad about it at all. That's just bullshit. That is just ignorance, I'd say. Well, I guess sometimes I do that as well. If sometimes I'm like that, so yeah. It's not totally something I can't understand, but I absolutely loved this place. I absolutely loved Florence as well, and then I went to this place was called Verona. Verona, where the story of Romeo and that girl Juliet, and this is an exact place. And here there is this a statue of Juliet here, and this is the famous wall where people just leave messages of like romantic messages. And this is the place. Oh, when I was in Italy, I also did couch surfing. You know, there's this app called couch surfing. Basically, you just sleep in strangers' couches for free, and then, well, not like using them as hotel rooms, but conditions like you must be friendly to them, and you must go to these places with them. You don't just use them as hotels. Like, you have to include them. You know what I mean? So they want you to include them rather than just use them. You know. So anyway, this guy was really nice as well. What I read was like I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, he took me to this place, and I felt just so heartbroken because he told me this place was very romantic, and I just felt so lonely that I was here with a stranger rather than with someone that was a loved one. So I've always, whatever I thought about this place, I just want to go back there with my loved ones. But I didn't find this place pretty. Maybe because it was just, the atmosphere was off, because I was just lonely and with a stranger. And then he took me to this beautiful river. It's the natural color of the river. That was just fantastic. Oh my god. I was good at taking pictures as well. As you can see. Absolutely beautiful, that place. Oh my god, everything about Italy is just enchanting. If only they spoke English there. Oh god, it would be so good. If only it was an English-speaking country. Well, in Rome, you could get around with English. In these smaller places, I don't know if you can, but I can totally get around there because I can read the menu and I can make simple conversations. So to travel there, I can totally handle it. Maybe, yeah, I can read the signs as well. If not, I can just Google the words and then get meaning of words I don't know on Google. I can get around. I did. Oh, this was in the most dangerous place in Italy, the southeast part, and I went there alone. I was absolutely fantastic. I didn't care anyways, you know. This was called Naples. And yeah, it wasn't beautiful. This is the only city that's not beautiful. Because look at the buildings here, very rotten, old. But there were beautiful places as well. There was this palace, old palace. I went there. It was this one. Yes, Naples. I met strangers there that helped me open my water bottle for me. Yeah, I remember them. This is around there. They're seagulls. What's funny about it is, Naples was a sea city, but there were no beaches. No beach. The beach there was made of stones, so no beach. What a shame. Oh, look at this seagull. The seagulls look just so mean. I don't know, they look so mean. Like, they're the only animal that I just think they look mean. All the other animals, I just find them looking cute. And seagulls just look kind of mean. Like bossy, like they are. Well, they didn't take anything from me, and they were really close to you. This one was right in front of me. I could take a close picture of them. And then I went to this place where there were like literally like a little art display. I took pictures only of those that are the most beautiful. I liked this one. They look like pink waves. Well, I don't like it a lot, but I guess it was just one that I liked among all the others. This one as well, I don't like it a lot. Again, I'm an extremely picky person when it comes to art, because I'm really sensitive to the vibes of colors and the combinations of them. But this is obviously the ocean. I remember this was a free open place. Anybody could be in there and it was crowded. Oh yeah, I remember this. I remember it. I was crossing the road and then I took a picture. Again, I was alone. I did couch surfing there, but I didn't sleep at that person's place. Because he didn't have a place. I mean, he had a place, he didn't have a place to sleep. He had just really literally a couch. So I slept at a hotel. Was a nice person too. Yeah, he took me to eat pizza. He was originally from there. So he knew I guess he took me to the best pizza place. And Naples was literally the origin of pizza. But I'm somebody that just doesn't like pizza. I don't like cheese. I don't. And pizza just tastes. I don't like pizza. I hate pizza. Pizza tastes just kind of a little disgusting. Not disgusting, just really. Just the opposite of delicious. But when I was in Italy, I still had quite some pizza. I would have pizza like once every 2 months. Because it was weird, and if something tastes weird enough, you kind of want to try it again and again. And that's what I did. I would have a pizza every 2 months or 1 month. And I still don't like it. Now I still remember the taste. I still don't like it. It tastes a little bit like vomit to me. The mixture of that taste of cheese. Italian cheese is like, I don't know why people like cheese at all. Maybe because my tongue's different or what. I just can't taste how it was tasted at all. It was edible at all. It was just salty but not salty, and sour but not sour, and bitter but not bitter, not bitter. Just this really twisty flavor. I don't know why people like it at all. I literally have no idea. And I cannot enjoy wine either. I guess maybe my tongue's different. I hate pizza, but I love pasta. I just hate cheese. I hate cheese. I would love pizza with great toppings, not just cheese and tomato. Great rich toppings. I would have it like I love sausages. Even though I don't eat meat anymore. But if I was in Italy, I guess I would just not be able to help myself but eat salami. I love salami, and I love this the vinegar from Italy. It was fantastic, and I love olive oil. I love pasta, and I would cook different. When I was in the UK, I was cooking Italian food all day for a few weeks or a few months. I don't remember when I first got into spirituality. All day I did nothing but watching the spiritual materials on the internet and cooking Italian pastas and spaghetti. I only like spaghetti, really. I don't like all the other pastas. I just love spaghetti. I just got some spaghetti the other day. I've been cooking them. Well, here where I live is just, it doesn't have any Italian food, so all I can cook is just tomato sauce, and I can get some dried oregano and parsley. I love parsley too. Oh my god, the parsley with the garlic parsley spaghetti. I cooked many different types of spaghetti when I was in the UK, with all the foods they had there available, which I don't have here. And I'm trying not to eat meat anymore, so the many types of pasta, the spaghetti I can't have. I absolutely don't want cheese. I never use cheese. I love olive oil. I love olive oil. I love olive oil. I love olive oil. But the funny thing is, when I was in Italy, I hated Italian food. Only when I was in the UK, I fell in love with Italian food from my own cooking. I didn't go to restaurants to eat it. I cooked the spaghetti and it was fantastic. I just want Italian food right now. I would watch Italian food videos. And there I had Italian food and not many again because I was not a fan. I would just cook at home. Oh yeah, was inside the palace. Yeah, the palace basically was literally a palace with different living rooms and bedrooms of the old royal family there back then in Naples. If you study the history of Italy, I am absolutely someone that hates history, so I hate absolutely every single history class that I've ever had to take, no matter about whatever country. You know, I had to study the history of the world history as well, and not just the history of my country. And when I was studying Italian, I had to study the history of Italy, which was the most obnoxious classes ever. I didn't like the teacher; she was mean, and because I was depressed, I skipped classes. I couldn't understand like 50% of what she's saying, and it was difficult. It was dull. I hated history. Absolutely hate history. Oh god, it was just a torture for me to take those classes. A torture. Palace. I don't remember which part it was. Ah, this place. I don't remember which city it was in. Maybe Naples. I don't remember. This was the wax people. I don't know. The wax statues. And yeah, you had to get a ticket to get in, and then that day there was absolutely zero people in there. So I had to, like, I took a look inside, and I asked the ticket person, the ticket staff, if anybody was in there. He got me immediately, and he said, okay, I will show you around. It was so creepy in there when there's no, like, live people in there. Because all these fake people, right, sitting there, it was just so creepy if you were alone in there. So he walked me around. Kind of boring, to be fair. But these people looked, very ultra real, right? Ah, this was in Rome. When I was in Rome, I did couch surfing as well, and you can say I was a little bit of an obnoxious. I was really depressed. I was really self-absorbed, so I was really unkind. Not mean to them. I was just not friendly. I was kind of isolated. The person that couched me there, like I slept in their couch, was a German. Actually, he was German in Rome, and he and his friend showed me around. But when we were out, I mean, absolutely great. I mean, they were nice people, especially his friend. His friend was older than us and had a kid. He brought his kid with us, and they were all German, and then he was a historian. And as we were walking around Rome, he would just tell us about the history of Rome. Oh my God, he was so knowledgeable. Like literally, he knew every inch of that city. He just kept talking and talking and talking, and he was so, I could say, passionate. Well, as he was talking, I was intrigued. Yeah, we were speaking English. If you know about this place, this is the Dome. That place in Rome. That's, oh my God, I still remember there. The outside the Dome, you know, very famous. Again, I didn't take many pictures because I felt it was just something I didn't want to do. Because everybody was taking pictures of this place. Why do I need to take more? So I didn't take any. If I wanted more pictures of this place, I could just Google online, right? And I am someone that never take pictures of myself. Because I don't look good on camera. I just don't, even if I looked good on camera, I wouldn't just take selfies wherever I go. Like, I don't understand how, like, I'm not, like, connected with this way of traveling. I just find it absolutely meaningless, pointless, so I wouldn't do it. Not at all. I'm someone that hates to follow the group. So if everybody was doing something, I definitely wouldn't do it. At least back then, I was just like that. And oh my God, it was very. There's so many fountains in Rome. If you don't know about Rome, absolutely everywhere, and the water there is just this color, fantastic, absolutely beautiful. The city that I like the most. I wouldn't say Rome anymore because right now I don't feel the same way. Back then, Rome was definitely my favorite, and then Florence, and then maybe Venice. Bologna also one of the top three, even though top three can only have three. But Bologna was like really great as well. Look at the fountain. Was I alone? I think I was alone here. Was I? I don't remember. I think I was alone. I mean, they took me to have Italian food and ice cream. I was all crowded. Good food. I don't know what it would be like. Like today, I wouldn't do couch surfing at all because I've grown to be a little bit more like like I used to, like when I was depressed. I was so down. I didn't set personal boundaries very clearly. Today, I just feel I don't want to do couch surfing. I would sleep at hotels. I wouldn't go out and meet strangers like out of nowhere. Like I wouldn't even do online dating anymore. I used to do it all the time. Like it was literally something I live off. I mean, like I couldn't live without that because I had this burning need to feel connected, and that was never fulfilled. So all day, every day, I just had to. When I was not traveling, I just had to just swipe on those platforms to in the hope of finding someone that eventually could really resonate with me, someone that I've always been looking for. I used to feel this absolute need for a romantic relationship, but today I know that romance is definitely not necessary anymore. I just want people that, you know, profound friendships or profound connections. I'd rather not label it as friendship or anything, just connections, you know, profound resonance. Well, I'm such a typical INFP. Like, I love nature. I love all animals, including insects, and I love philosophical. I go so deep and so profound, and I absolutely enjoy it, and I thrive in it, and I write. Oh God, I'm such a typical. INFP, but also not. Only I'm 70% absolutely typical INFP, and the rest 30% is like I'm not, like I don't come off like an INFP. If you meet me, if we talk, you wouldn't find me soft or friendly, easygoing at all, which are what I have read over and over again on the internet about INFP, was described as INFP, or like kind of like softies that are really friendly, really nice people. But I'm not that at all. I'm just really opinionated, and I'm really value centered, and I'm extremely judgmental. If the first thing when I meet someone, the first thing I do is to see what their values are. Like if they are superficial, I just would avoid them. Like I'm not friendly. I don't come off as friendly or easygoing at all. I'm just like a burning fire. I just feel like for the past 10 years I would describe myself as a sword that's really sharp and bright. Like I cut like a really straight and just comes really like a fierce force that's not softy, not easygoing, just extremely opinionated, you can say, and very, very strongly value centered, value driven. You could say maybe this is an extreme version of INFP. I'm not sure, because whenever I read about INFPs on the internet, they always write INFPs are easygoing and a very nice, friendly people, and I am not that. So this 30% of the description of INFP definitely just do not match me at all. But the rest 70% of the description of INFP, like it matches me literally 1,000%. Like an idealist, a philosophical, profound and loving, animals, nature. Oh, I've grown even more profoundly in love with nature and animals, more than ever after I became spiritual. It was just a very spontaneous thing that happened, that I noticed. Like I said, like 2 3 years ago, I wasn't as fascinated about nature as I am today. I just feel absolutely from the inside of my being this deep, profound, I don't know what it is. I wanted to say resonance, but it's not an accurate word. Connection is not accurate word. I just feel, oh my God, nature. Oh God, like I'm breathing nature. Maybe that's the best way to say it. I used to not. But I am breathing nature. I so profoundly resonate with nature today. And the details. This was another fantastic picture that I took. Oh, by the way, that person that was showing me around Rome with his friend, he was a photographer. Oh, he had long hair. I don't know, he was a little cute. I don't remember exactly if he was. I wasn't trying to like date people that I met out in couch surfing or what. I think it was cute, but I find many people cute, but not necessarily attractive. I mean, physically attractive, but not like attractive. Like I mean, like in a in a deeper way, not a superficial way. So I can find a lot of people physically attractive, but a true attraction I do not experience. I very rarely fall in love. Like I have done online dating for like maybe almost 10 years, and I met so many people. I never fell in love, except for one. I never fell in love with anyone that I had ever met, ever. It's all about my feelings, and it wasn't there. I guess I had planned my life this way, because the big things coming, they can't come up so early in my life, I guess. Because if it happens, it's gonna last for the rest of my life. So I had planned it to be delayed a little, not like so early in my life, not like happening when I was 18 or 20 so early, right? I don't know, for whatever reason, I have no idea. I still haven't figured out why my life has been like this, why I had to go through so much loneliness for so long. I still haven't figured it out. And this was a little corner in Rome, absolutely beautiful. Rome was always packed with people. I don't remember it was like popular season or not, but a lot of people. I guess Rome just packed with people all the time. I don't know. Do you know what this is? It's that. That place. You know it. Rome. And whenever you Google Rome, you see this place. And I don't even need to tell you. You throw a coin in there, means you're going to go back. I didn't throw a coin. Again, I wouldn't do something that everybody does. Also, I didn't feel the need. Like, I didn't feel like I wanted to come back. And I felt like if I really would go back there, I wouldn't need to throw this coin. If I were to go back there, I would go back there no matter I threw a coin or not. Because I didn't. And yeah, I took this picture specifically in this way so that it has more personal connection with me. Rather than just like a classic magazine picture, like taken from the front, like everybody else was doing, or taking your selfie. It's just something that I didn't feel connected to do. Yeah, you know this place. It's the Vatican City. We didn't go in there. Well, there was a long queue, and I think the historian that was with the actually, I don't know if he was a historian. I think he was, because he was so knowledgeable. He knew every inch of the history in Rome. He just kept talking. He knew everything. Jesus Christ. So I think he was a historian. He looked like a historian. Well, he wasn't bold, maybe because he wasn't really old. He was just maybe 30, more than 30 years old. And I think he told us that it wasn't worth it to go inside or what. We didn't go inside, maybe because we were running out of time. It was really late in the afternoon. We just stood outside and he told us about the city. I absolutely forgot every single thing that he said. I don't remember absolutely nothing that he said on that day. Absolutely. Not a single word. This is just how much I'm not interested in history. But when he was talking, I was intrigued. I was listening, and it was very interesting. He was doing it very well, and it was very admirable. And he was German. Here's a closer picture. I remember we were here. I think this is the guy, right? Is this the guy? I don't remember it. Anyway, yeah, this is him. Yeah, I remember his clothes. Brown hair and glasses. With his son. Yeah, I'm so glad that the picture had him in here. Wow, a piece of memory. Wow, look at how beautiful it absolutely is. I mean, I am so much more connected to beauty also. More than ever. I just feel more alive, you know? So I just, now look at it. Oh my God, I feel completely different from what I felt, I guess. If I was there again, Jesus, I absolutely love Rome. I remember this video here, the sun, and I'm so connected to that. I so vibe with that. I wanna be there again. I love Italy. And I want to visit the places with beach. I saw it in videos on YouTube. I've never been there. They're absolutely beautiful. I just don't know. I don't want to speaking Italian, but what can you do? But if I just stay there for a few months as a tourist, it was fine. It'd be fine not speaking in Italian or just speaking Italian occasionally. Or if in big cities like Rome, you don't need to speak Italian. In Florence, I guess you wouldn't need to speak Italian. And this was many years later when I was in the UK. Well, not many years, just right after Italy, I went to the UK. So not like many years later. Anyway, that's a picture taken. I stayed in Italy for quite a few years. So it was the pictures like the traveling I did went right after I arrived in Italy. So it was many years later. This picture was taken, and it was enchanting to look at. The UK was absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. That's what they would say. This was very interesting. This was right before spirituality happened to me. And I was in the library reading a random book I got from the library. It was, I guess, one of the first books I've ever read in English. It was a book about dream interpretation or dream stuff. And, because I was not spiritual at all back when I wasn't spiritual at all. So I found things, the book started to get spiritual later on. And then I just started to dismiss it, which was funny. I had absolutely no idea how spiritual I would soon become. And I read a book to halfway, I just felt this is all bullshit, so I just put it back. I dismissed it. I was just very dismissive. But very soon, like just a couple months later, I would just become like one of the most spiritual people in the world. Oh, a beautiful cow. You know, like I said, I'm a very big animal person, and wherever I go, I would just locate all the places where there are animals. So this was one of the places. It was a farm, and the animals had so much. Well, it was a place where all the animals were happy. I don't know if. Anyway, it was a tourist place, maybe. A lot of people would go there. Not tourists from other countries, but tourists within the UK, like British people, would go there and feed the animals and pet them. It was absolutely a free place. It was run by donations. Or the things you buy in there, like the food you buy to feed the animals. Oh, you cutie. They're little calves, like this one was a baby cow. Oh, you're so gorgeous. I didn't make any videos there because I was just enjoying there myself. I actually kind of regret it now. I should have just made some videos so now I can watch, right? Oh, you're so beautiful. This is a picture I took in front of the university that day. Well, I guess I was feeling down. And, let me check the date. I was still not spiritual yet. Spirituality happened to me at the end of March of 2023. So this was shortly before it happened. I was still lonely, and even if I had a friend, and soon I would have another friend, I was still lonely, kind of emo all the time. I took this picture, it was right after rain, and it was just beautiful and kind of melancholic. Well, I can't believe it was already almost 3 years ago. Jesus, it was 3 years ago already? No, it's just June now, right? Yeah. So it was 2.5 years ago, yeah. Well, that was just not long after I arrived there. Here's another picture. It's so, I can still feel the mood. It's just so much melancholy in there. I just felt like crying. Here's one more, and I was I felt like crying for so many different reasons. I was lonely, I was kind of stuck. I was just stuck in a loneliness and kind of emo and disconnected, and also the beauty was so touching. You know, when I see something beautiful just like that, it's kind of melancholic. It just makes you want to cry, right? For so many reasons, I wanted to cry, but I didn't. Here's another one. Another one. Maybe I didn't feel like crying. I actually don't remember. It was after school, on my way home, taking the bus, taking the tram, going home. Cold in the UK, November. Oh no, I haven't found a place to rent back then. I was searching for a place to rent. It was so difficult. The renting system there in the UK, absolutely a pain in the ass. Like in Italy, you just go and visit places and you rent directly. But in the UK, you gotta first apply, and then different landlord have different rules. You gotta apply, and then the landlord had to agree. And from there, the renting, I don't know if I want to tell you this or not. I'm a little tired. We would just talk about what I feel absolutely drawn to talk about from now on. Well, I have absolutely no idea where this is. Don't remember at all. Maybe there's a picture sent from other people to me, not pictures I took. Otherwise, I have absolutely zero idea where this was. I think I remember. It's in the park. Maybe can't really recognize, but I can recognize this. This was like on a hilltop of that park. You know, that absolutely gorgeous park. Look how large the meadow was, and then there were deers, and just meadows and trees. Oh my god, just wide spaces, just pure nature. Loved it. And this is a place where the littering was not happening, because I guess it was well regulated. Not like the other places, literally just so much garbage. This place was okay. Oh wait, where is it? Why do I feel like this was... Where was it? Where was it? Jesus, was this still in Italy? No, it was in the UK, but it's so familiar. Oh yeah, it's there. It's on a school trip. Yeah, the school. Oh yeah, nearing the end of the semester, like it was gonna be winter vacation, and in the school, I had an activity where you get to choose where to go. There was two options. The other one I don't remember. And one of them was to go to this place. What is it called? It's a very famous place where a few movies was filmed. Large open space. Again, I was alone. I didn't get together with my classmates because they were quite different from me. And again, I was emo. I was just a little down. They were kind of like lousy. Yeah, they were extroverted. That's the point. They were extroverted. All of them. Like all three of them. There were 4 of us that gathered. Yeah. I think only 4 of us chose this place. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe there was another one. Yeah, there was another person. Yeah, another classmate. And she preferred to be alone. Like in this trip, so we weren't walking together. And the other 3, they were absolutely just very extroverted people. They were talking all the time about all sorts of things, and I guess I just didn't resonate with that. So I just walked alone. Still kind of emo, but it was an absolutely fantastic trip as well. So beautiful. That place was absolutely beautiful, fantastic, and then we went into like little palaces. Was there palaces? Like House Mansion, I think. You gotta visit a lot of visitors as well. A very rich place. Rich both as in the affluence of that place, but also the affluence of beauty, like natural beauty, or just beauty of all sorts. Well, it was a very, very nice trip, and I was well fed by all the beauty. Even if I was emo, yeah, lonely. I'm so sorry. It was wild nature, not literally wild, pretty wild still. But somehow I just didn't get lost at all. I just let myself walk around without looking at the map. Or did I look at the map? I just put away the phone and then I just walked around. I just let myself walk wherever I felt like going, but I didn't get lost at all. I was always on track. Somehow. I was kind of worried that I would get lost, but I didn't. I was alone, and more than half of the trip, I was just totally alone in the woods. Like, there was no person, no people. To a point, I kind of wanted to see someone, and then later on, I saw some people, so I felt okay again. Absolutely beautiful, that place. If you had been there, you probably would recognize where it was. I don't remember the name. It's in a very famous place, anyways. Oh my god, I've been talking for so long, my throat burns. Let me drink some water. Look how beautiful it is. I really enjoy making this video. My throat is tired. I want to keep talking. Well, this has been my favorite movie. This is the only movie that I had watched 3 times. The other movies at most I would watch 2 times, and most movies, like 99.9% movies I wouldn't watch a second time, like, if I still remember the movie. Like, there are many movies that I watched and then I totally forget it. Then I would watch it again. I wouldn't watch a movie that I still remember again, but many people would do that, especially the movies that they like. I wouldn't do that. Because, I don't want to spoil it. Like, the second time I watch, it wouldn't be as fantastic as the first time. So why would I watch the second time? It's not gonna be as fantastic as the first time. If I still remember the movie, let me just emerge in the feeling that I still have the beautiful memories, rather than just watching it again and spoil all that, because it happened. Like, I try to watch a movie that was my favorite. It's definitely an INFP movie. It's called 1900. It's about piano. This pianist, a fictional pianist. It's called 1900. It's very, very famous Italian movie. Just Google it, It was one of my favorites. I had no idea that it was about music. I thought it was just really about something abstract idealism, which I just fell in love with. I'm not talking about idealism as in philosophy, as opposed to materialism. I'm talking about idealism that's like idealist. That's the people that are really idealistic. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was thinking about like the character in the movie, it gave up their life for their dream. That's that kind of idealism I'm talking about. I really resonated with that. I watched it when I was in high school, and I deeply resonated with it. I was absolutely deeply touched. And then, later on, I watched it again and it totally spoiled that. So I learned not to watch movies again if I remember. Especially my favorite movies, I always remember the plots. I still remember that movie in 1900. I remember the beginning, I remember everything. I remember the romance, I remember the end, I remember, You know, maybe because I watched it twice. Did I finish it second time? This movie too, I still remember. I wouldn't watch it again. I don't resonate with it that profoundly anymore. But I guess if I watch it, I'll get new things. Because now I'm spiritual, so I have a lot more profound understandings about love. And this movie is about love. And not just romance, but this kind of soul level connection. Level of love. Not just a superficial romance movie. But this one's really, really profound in a way that you gotta feel rather than judge. You either feel it or you don't. And yeah, I watched this 3 times. I wouldn't watch it again, maybe. I wouldn't. Or maybe I would. I don't know. I remember almost everything in the movie. Almost everything, so. Yeah, I love it. This is just a Spotify album cover that I saved. Not because I like the music, just I kind of resonated with this art here for some reason. Like, I just resonate with profound things, profound views, visions, arts that gives off this specific vibe of profoundity that's hard to describe. It's not something concrete. It's purely abstract and just a feeling, maybe highly subjective or not. I don't know. The squirrel I was talking about! The one that got a pet! Of course, when I'm petting it, I had to film it. Ah! Look at you! Oh. Look. 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 The squirrel, like, when I started to touch them, they would start to run away, like get startled. But as soon as I do the waving gesture, they would just immediately just get calmed down and continue to eat. Like this one here. You can see, like he started to run away. Look. For a second, it hesitated. Like, look, it was gonna run, right? And then immediately I did that, and it just calmed down like instantly, and as if nothing was happening. I pet the squirrel. And this was such a fantastic park, absolutely gorgeous. It's inside the university. Absolutely fantastic. A little big squirrel, you're so big. I mean, these squirrels are so fat, people come and feed them every day. So they're kind of close to people. They're familiar with being fed. And they're so territorial. They're like not social animals. They would fight with each other. They can't stand another squirrel nearby. So if they saw another squirrel nearby, they immediately become aggressive. Like they wouldn't go together with another one. They're always like, they're loners, which you don't expect. Kind of like hamsters, I guess. Hamsters are antisocial animals as well, but they're so cute. I had one, and he was so cute. He was so adorable. He was just very short-sighted as well. He absolutely enjoyed the time alone. Oh. This is a picture I took in the park that I mentioned in the beginning. Beautiful park with the Canadian geese. They're so silly. They're so big. And they're so silly. And they're vegetarians. For God's sake, Jesus. They were vegetarians. I thought they must would eat bugs. But that day, I thought like when I saw them eating grass, I thought they were so like poor geese, like just eating grass. Because I absolutely believed that they would eat fish or just meat, like small critters, like bugs, and then seeing them eating just grass, I was like, oh, I feel sorry for them. I didn't know they were actually vegetarians. Jesus. Because the other day I literally brought bugs and they didn't eat them. Dried bread, worms, that's for like fish or other birds. They didn't eat it. Oh my god, that's when I learned that they were vegetarians. I absolutely did not need to feel sorry for them. Not at all. Gorgeous park. Animals. Oh, what a beautiful place. Loved it so much, that park. All the parks in there are absolutely fantastic. All of them had animals in it. As long as there was water, there was birds. Just birds, yeah. And squirrels. Not many mammals. No mammals, just birds. And just squirrels. I mean, I know squirrels are mammals. Just, they're so small, they don't count. This was a place where one of my friends took me. He was a big walker, like he would walk around. He loved walking. And he knew a lot of places, knew a lot of parks. He was the one that literally showed me all of these parks. I mean, what a fantastic synchronicity. I loved all of those parks. Without him, I would not have an idea that these parks even existed. He took me there and absolutely fantastic, gorgeous, again, extremely brilliant places. Fantastic. Oh my god, literally beautiful. I love the nature in the UK. Absolutely fantastic, fabulous. Look at the grass. I mean, this color, fantastic, bright, light, vibrant, alive. Like filled with light, these colors there. This one too, I would only take pictures when it was absolutely beautiful or a perfect frame, and I would picture it. I would take a picture. And oh my god, I can't believe I've been to all of those beautiful places. Jesus, it's like a dream. Holy shit, fantastic, absolutely beautiful. I mean, I love this nature so much. And it was so open, completely open, and also this place was kind of garbage free as well, thankfully. Very beautiful and very, I was so connected. Oh my god, nature, I love it so much. And this flower path, oh my god, that place made me feel like I was in a bedroom or what. That's just how it felt like. It was so soft and gentle, and with these little droppings from the tree that are very soft, like cotton, literally like cotton. Are they cotton trees? And they drop things like a little cotton. Absolutely fantastic. It felt so good in there. It felt so good. Look at this video I made. I mean, fantastic. With a swan. I should have filmed the swans that I fed. This was a little perfect little video here. Oh my god. And my friend, when he saw this, he was shocked. He was so shocked that the swan made a literally perfect move. Well, I wasn't that shocked. But this place was also absolutely beautiful to pieces. Jesus Christ. Beautiful to health, for fuck's sake. So beautiful, I don't have words. And this as well. Oh my god, we went to so many beautiful places, and we never with no repetition, we never went to a place for twice. Every walk was new discoveries. Like, we never went to a place for twice, or maybe some places. But oh my god, every walk was filled with surprises like this. And back then I wasn't so wasn't yet so spiritual. The funny thing is, when I really got deeply into spirituality, I kind of like I stopped, like we stopped talking. I stopped talking with this person. Like, I guess it was just a synchronicity. Like, they were supposed to just be in my life until I delved into spirituality. I was so intrigued. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to spend any time other than just delving into the spiritual materials I found on the internet. I did all day. I was buried in that, joyfully, excitedly, hungrily. It was a fantastic journey. Oh my god, I still remember the very first, the very day where I watched the first near-death experience videos. Oh my god, it was a life-changing night. I felt, I've never felt that way in my life. Like this deep, this feeling of just warmth, of just, I don't know, comfort, just light and hope, and the softness, tenderness, gentleness, a new world. I was just so, oh my god. I still remember it today. I didn't want to sleep because I wanted to watch more, but it was night. I was supposed to sleep. I was so flabbergasted. My life turned upside down. Well, this was my friend. I didn't want him there because I was taking a long shot of this place. Oh my god, look at it. And then he popped in. I was annoyed. Look at this place. Jesus Christ. Heaven. What I've learned, heaven is much better than this. You can't even imagine. Well, this person, he wasn't spiritual, but I'd say he lived a very spiritual life. Like he said, there were so many synchronicities in his life. Like, so many synchronicities. He wasn't spiritual at all. He would talk about spirituality. But not at all, but was not like obviously spiritual, like not intentionally spiritual like me now. Back then, but he has so many synchronicities. Even before I became spiritual, like he would tell me, like, whenever he walked into a restaurant, however crowded, a restaurant or a cafe, whatever place, however crowded, as long as he walks in, there would always be a place for him. And it was true. Like, I went to like 2 places with him and it was absolutely crowded like hell, all the seats taken. But as we were there, the staff would always, that staff just told us, yes, there was a place. Yes, they were just the last seat. Like he said, I was like literally, back then I wasn't spiritual yet, so I didn't want to believe what he said because what he said didn't make any sense, right? It wasn't scientific. I didn't want to believe it. It was like, but it proved me wrong. And then the other time we went to this place for drinks, and it was also all completely occupied. But as long as we were walking in there looking for a seat, like a couple stood up from their seat and left. Jesus, right next to us. And he just smiled, like he said, look, see? And oh my god, I was speechless. I didn't say anything. Look how gorgeous this is. Beautiful. I loved it. UK was fantastic. Where there were outside of the city where no garbage, was beautiful everywhere. Nature, fantastic. Beautifully reserved. You know, people were passionate about nature. There was some people that literally funded the reservation. reservated regions for the animals and for the wild animals and for the nature itself. I mean, can you believe it? Like 10 nature reserves around that city. It was not even a large city, nor a small city, a medium-sized city. And if I tell you, you would know which one it was. And it has like 10 nature reserves. Jesus Christ. Did I tell you about the snails that I had when I was in the UK? I saved some snails and I kept them for a while. And then I picked one from this tree to keep the other one company. Look at them. They're gorgeous. They're absolutely amazing. They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. Like, they're so much more beautiful than the snails. The native snails here, they don't have any patterns here. I mean, I'm not saying the snails here are not beautiful. I'm just talking aesthetically. They're all beautiful, but these, like, they got colors and patterns that are so unique. Like, the snails there have different colors. Like, one was brown, one was yellow, literally yellow. And the other one had a blue hue. But the snails here, where I live, only have one shade of color. That's just kind of dull brown. I don't know why. The large snails also look just exactly the same. Oh, but I love them just the same. I don't know if this is a place I think it is. I am so excited. I remember this place. It was near the tram where I went with this friend whose life took a extremely mysterious turn. In an extremely mysterious and curious way, he just disappeared from my life. He withdrew from my life in the most mysterious and curious way that I can ever figure out. Oh, that's another story, so I'm not gonna talk about it here. As long as I live, I'm just gonna wonder what exactly happened to him. Just the most miraculous thing that happened to him. Most mysterious and miraculous. Miraculous not in a positive sense, but in a way that's just, it's something that's impossible that would happen, that happened. Jesus. And I just couldn't figure out what happened. It was just, so when I talk about it now, I just feel like it's impossible that it happened. It's as impossible as the sun rising from the west tomorrow morning. That's just how impossible it was, but it happened. Like, I couldn't begin to understand what it was. So maybe we will talk about it in a different video. Jesus, but as long as I live, I'm just gonna wonder about. I ask the universe, but the universe just keeps it a secret. I've been asking ever since like last year, around this time. That's when it happened. I remember it happened on July 19th. He sent me this most mysterious message, and oh my goodness, I was just so shocked. I couldn't begin to understand what this whole thing was. What I hate about it is even if I tell you, you wouldn't understand it. Because you don't know this person. So you don't see how impossible this thing is. And I know him so well. Like we would hang out every week, more than once a week. I mean, I knew him so well enough to know that this is just impossible to happen. Like all of his friends would agree. For Christ's sake. Unfortunately, I don't know his other friends. He only talked to me about his other friends. He's a scientist. And Jesus, this wouldn't happen to him, but it did. And Jesus Christ. I was just so blown away. I still feel like I'm in a dream as I'm talking about it, for Christ's sake. And this is the thing that I'm grateful for. It happened to him. Now, it just let me know that nothing is impossible. Literally, nothing is impossible. If that could happen to him, then anything could happen in the world. Anything. Any miracle could happen, literally. I could grow some wings tomorrow. I could wake up and find myself a pair of wings on my back. That's possible too. Jesus, that's just how literally blown I have been by this. Beautiful.
Who know who they are to surround me.
Look here, another fantastic picture. Oh my God. Enchanting is what this word is all about. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is the snail food. The food I gave to my snails back then. And look at the corn. They would only eat the inside and leave the skin. I gave them like all sorts of different fruits and vegetables. This is a piece of, I think, looks like watermelon. And this is the fish bone for their shells. They gotta eat calcium, otherwise they would eat their own shells. Oh, they're just so cute. Like, I had this bigger one. I didn't name them. I had this bigger one, and then the first one I got, the bigger one was the second one. Oh no, I got the first one is the yellow one. No. The first one was the brown one, the average one. Average looking one. And then the second one I got was from the forest, the woods that I showed you that had a blue hue. And then I got a third and a fourth one from the garden when they were being attacked by ants. I saved them and I put them into this box. And then one of them was bigger than everybody else. And I was one that just would eat a lot. And I love it when I eat a lot. It just feels good, right? When you take care of someone, you just want to see them eat. That one would eat all the time. The other ones just sometimes wouldn't have an appetite, but the big one just always would eat, and it was just big. Oh, I miss them. They have different personalities as well. And the big one, I would say, the most extroverted, outgoing. Oh my God, they're just so adorable. This was the essay class that I took. Look at my little snail. One day I was just watching videos on my laptop and the little snail just popped up there. Oh, it's so cute. This was the place right next to where I lived. I only discovered this place at the end of my stay there, near the end of my stay there. But this is a place where I got to watch sunset every day as long as the sky was clear. And it was absolutely gorgeous there. So beautiful. It was just really next door, like, literally. I didn't know about it. Look at that. Wow. It felt like a little bedroom to me. That's how it made me feel. Very tender and intimate. Beautiful. And it had so many berries there, wild berries I gotta eat. They were so sweet. They had so many fruit flies. wild fruit flies that are not annoyingly in your living room but in the nature. I feel so good for them. They're so good, they so belong there. All the berries are for them. And the berries, they're so generous. It's like these berries I discovered, like you pick them as if the berries are, they're literally reaching out their hands with berries to you. They want you to pick the berries because once you pick the berries, they grow new ones. And then you pick again, they grow again. That's what I discovered. I thought like you pick the berries and then that's it. That's all they got, but it's not. As if they want you to pick their berries, the ripe ones, so that they can grow some new ones. Oh, that's so good. And there were so many of them. If you could get a bucket, you could get the whole bucket filled. That's how many of them all around my place. And there's many of them ripe and very sweet. You gotta know how to pick the soft and big ones. If they're in any way a little hard, they're not ripe yet. They would be sour or taste weird. This is the berry I was talking about. Beautiful. So beautiful that I had to take a picture. This is that place. I wonder who's renting that place now. I didn't know. I didn't get to know. Well, I didn't really like that place because it was, again, like I said, the housing in the UK wasn't good. That place was newly anyway, I didn't fully like it there. But it was good enough, really nice. It was new inside, everything new, brand new, literally. And I was meant to be there. I later to know that I was literally guided there. Maybe I will tell you about it later. It was just so intriguing. I was meant to be there. Oh my god, it was just like destiny. So beautiful, look at them. Holy shit, they're just there waiting for me to pick them up. Wow. I love the sunlight in the evening more than anything else in the world. Never regret coming out. I would dip some sunlight before I put it in my mouth. Juicy. Spicy. They're so beautiful. It was extremely beautiful there, as you could see. It was like a little secret place for me. Like mine. Mr. Mosquito. Don't buy me, 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 don't buy. Don't buy me, don't buy. Don't buy me, 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 don't buy. Don't buy me, 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 don't buy. Don't buy me, don't buy. Don't buy me, don't buy me, don't buy me movies. Don't buy me, don't buy me, don't buy me, don't. Mr. Mosquito. Okay, I take back now what I said about the UK. I read that people say that there are no mosquitoes in the UK, but there were, there were so many of them in the woods where I was. I am as excited as the sun. I guess I can't read my, like, I don't know my exact birth time, so I don't have a accurate astrology chart. Like, I don't know when exactly was I born. But I think if I'm so connected to the sun, I guess I have I don't know, like the sun sign would be really, I don't know what to say. I don't know anything about astrology. But I'm also so spiritual and so profound, which would be the moon, right? The moon. Well, I know so little about astrology. I don't know what to say here, but wow, I have such an unconventional life. I really would love to share it with the world, to find people that resonate, to connect like magnets, like we're meant to. I wonder what my astrology chart would look like. In fact, I find myself so unconventional that I find myself like an alien, that it sounds so weird that I would have an astrology chart like everybody else. I feel like I'm such an alien that I wouldn't have an the astrology wouldn't work for me, or what? Show you how dark it is today, raining. So dark that I'm not even afraid of showing you my place because it's so messy. And it's only early in the afternoon. The sky completely covered. It's only 2:30 in the afternoon. It's so dark. Oh, it's not this dark. It's the camera. Not that dark. Pretty dark. Cook, I have to turn on the lights. Otherwise, it's just so dark. Not this dark, though. The camera can't. It's not this dark. Not this dark. It's brighter than that.